Good morning. Welcome to Satsang. The peace one searches. The peace once. I shall listen much better. So, the peace we search will not be found by going anywhere. So, it's not an effort to be nowhere. That's always there. We have not been aware, maybe, that it was a strong habit to go into movements, because the mind is movements. It will not be found in the mind. So, don't go nowhere to nowhere. You are nowhere, and you may go somewhere. Okay, it's a pleasure. Thank you. Why I bring this? Not to imagine that one goes nowhere. Because you see, the mind, if you use the mind, it always goes somewhere. The mind is movement, directions. It's always something ahead you have to achieve. So all those spiritual teachings, they use those words, nowhere, absolute, and whatnot. And if you take it by the mind, as normally it's how we listen, you will put it somewhere to achieve. It's again a direction, an opposite direction maybe, but still a direction. So be just aware of that. Allow yourself for a moment not to go anywhere, not to contact anything. That will make your search disappear. And a search exists only because there is a seeker. So seeker and search disappear. Yes. And why this, what I mention, is causeless? Because you see, we are human beings, and it looks we exist because we experience. We all the time experience something. So even if you experience bliss, love, unconditional love, peace, knowledge, self-knowledge, it's still an experience. There is nothing wrong with that, but it will not remove necessarily this deep anxiety of mortality, of death, of separation, or of absence of something that one can feel. So it looks like it's when one allows, but it can be only in a split second. When one allows not to grasp an experience, that is peace. And like that, you know that whatever appears, rises, and so on, whatever you can describe, it is belonging to the human being, to the mind, to what is manifested and created, and it's natural. But it has a cause. And to depend on a cause can be a suffering. The cause will oblige you to go there, the cause will bind you, the cause may disappear, etc. Then what? Huh? What? Where is the real attainment there? If you are okay with that, forget what I say. No wise man in the history, unless I don't know them all, but would say you have to go there because there you will be in real peace, or you have to. No, they never said so. And when you go where it looks, you feel better and all that, it's a support, of course. Why not? We need support in this life. But if you really want to live what is indicated by this strange species which are called wise men, they don't say so. They just try to indicate that there is really absolutely nowhere to go. Otherwise you depend again on something. It's up to everyone to like this or that. Yes.
So I know how precious is to be here, because I often leave this place geographically, and I will also do it tomorrow, and I must tell that I'm overwhelmed by feelings and fear, because I know I'm always washed away when I'm living from here. Especially now, because I know in Hungary I'm totally alone with that topic.
Yeah, but I want to remind you what is washed away and what can experience being at peace is somebody. Okay, it is somebody. So you must know, everybody must know that may not change. I wanted to add also, we can choose also sometimes better circumstances, and that's why, for example, it's just an example, people go to Arunachala, they feel better circumstances, but you have not to be fooled that it is the mountain which makes you better. Of course, it's the projection, myriads of people and of faith in it. In reality, when you are at peace, it doesn't depend on circumstances. It doesn't depend on your support. No, it's totally natural that a human being needs also to have some rest and gets his support. But don't be fooled. Then it is the human being. I have better circumstances there. Okay, we know the life. Okay, sure. Yet, know what's what. So there is nothing wrong to be at peace here, to be not at peace there. Circumstances, you see. But in fact, you can steal a moment anywhere. Anywhere. Out of circumstances. Is it not obvious, Rekha? I will give another meaning to Hanuman. You know that Hanuman in Hinduism is this monkey, the mind, who is so devotional to his master, the self, means we don't know what, but not a form nor a shape, that he became a tamed monkey, a divine monkey. I give another meaning just now. Why the mind, why is a monkey that one? Because he's a thief. You see, monkeys are thieves. So still a moment. It's not tamed, it just steals. It's like we visited temple in not that one, and there was a huge queue. It was not an open temple all the time, so people could not see the idol Krishna all the time in its divine form, because there were some hours and there was a long queue, so much so, and it was on purpose, that when you pass through the idol, you are already pushed away, so you just have a glimpse of it, and that's over, you see. And in fact, it's much better, because you have no time to have this belief, oh, it has to be all the time like this. It will be a second. But that second will change the whole thing. You see? It's the mind. When you read, it is perpetuated. It gives a permanency in the words. Or there is an image of Hanuman like this, divine, absorbed in the divine all the time. I tell you, this is the mind which makes it like this, because he understands only in terms of time. In fact, it's just like this. But it is enough to remove the root of the seeker and the searcher. Yeah. And the mind has no root. You don't need to root out. It's passing. It's appearing then disappearing. That's the mind. If something is not clear in you, please, you can tell. Or if you want me to speak of something which interests you, you can tell. Because I know anyway you go in books after Papaji. You can do that, but you can also... Did Papaji say the same thing? No! Oh, she's wrong. She's really wrong. Yeah. Yes.
I felt cold.
Yes.
Yeah. I feel that my question is about like stopping the search, like not searching anymore, because
But that will never be done if you try to do it. You just, we never know how it works, but don't catch your mind just for once. So, for example, don't catch this thought that you just expressed to me now.
I'm not sure if I understand.
What did you say to me? I just
So
forgot the
basically, actually, what maybe I try to express myself better. So there's once a certain thing came, I felt like there's this crazy urge that I have to find it dropped, but there's still this big urge to just deepen and stay with it, and
You speak about what? Urge for what?
there's
That's better.
I
That's
can't speak
better
about
than,
that.
but that's better than to speak. That's better than to question. You are all right. What? Where do you see? What do you look at?
It's here, I can't even, yeah. But then when I just see the personality, person like, and its stories arising, I'm like,
Doesn't
I just
matter.
want to stay with this.
No, then you would die. Then you would not breathe, but you continue to breathe. So that person will live still for a while. And this, it's not in your control. Nothing is in your control. Okay. So. So may I ask you, when this moment happens to you, don't you see once for all that everything else is the mind, is the expression, it's an expression,
Yes, I see.
then what is wrong with that? You know once for all that everything which is known and experienced, it's an expression, and for some reason, because you could see that and you have been immersed a moment in it, you know that you are not only that. That's all. It's enough. What else do you want? What you want, then it's an utopia. It's an idea of the mind. Don't go there.
This is the thing that actually I want nothing else, and all the other stuff.
Yeah, but you are greedy. Basta. Then if you don't want nothing else, you will suffer. Okay. does it mean? I want nothing else. Somebody wants not to be there all the time. You will suffer. Huh? It's not possible. You are lucky enough, even if it is one glimpse in a lifetime.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm grateful for it.
Okay, then stop. Those foolish ideas to make it permanent and what? What's the arrogance which rises again? Oh, I will be enlightened being. Don't be foolish. Okay, you will suffer otherwise. Drop ideas. Drop utopias. Hmm? Like this, like this. Thank you, Atmananda. Take the mic, please.
Hi. I'm just wondering if it's not under my control.
Please.
If it's not under my control or nothing is in my control, if I still have a choice of how to use the mind or play with it?
If that idea comes anyway, it had to come. So do it. Choose. Generally, you see you are in satsang not because you choose. It's because you are fed up to have tried so many things and you may have a last chance to hear something which may save you. So it's not a choice. It's like a need, an urgency, something of another kind. Because there is not much offered. Yeah, there is chai offered. Otherwise, there is not much offered. Huh? Yeah. Who will spend 1 hour and a half where there is absolutely nothing offered? It's rare. Yeah. So. Yeah, so what else? Also, this satsang is also some, like me, I must say, develop the liking. You love to have a moment dedicated, even through words or through silence, to whatever, but which is not graspable. Huh? I love it.
I wonder about, because I see that the mind is never able to exist there, and yet I have the feeling that somehow it can be influenced by that single moment in the way that it expresses afterwards.
Yeah, just afterwards he will say, as it looks, words of truth.
Yeah, but how is it possible that it can be influenced by it while it cannot even be there?
It's like when you take a bath or a shower, you are wet, no? Then when you go out before drying yourself, you are still a bit wet for a while. Generally, the books, the scriptures, the poems inspiring mysticism and all that are just written when one is wet from the bath. You have to create a distance, you see, to describe something, to experience something. You have to create a distance. Just know it. The mind, you see, is a rolling ball. It's movement, creation. And as human beings, it's the first identification formed by the creation, by the mind. So whatever we hear, whatever we experience and see, even if we speak of the unknown, you see, it's becoming something. Then you have to reach it, or you have to go there or here or somewhere or nowhere, but it becomes something. So if it is unknown, it is unknown. Keep quiet. It's unknown. It's not there. It's not like the unknown. No. So that's how you can keep quiet. That's how you can keep quiet. Yeah. Undescribable. Of course, if it is not there, it's undescribable. No, we search to reach the undescribable. Good luck. It's not there. Keep quiet.
That's why we keep on coming back. That's why we keep on coming back here.
It's obvious. Oh, but then all the wise men, they said what they said to us. That's what they try to say. Anyway, glue, glue. So it's not that you are able to keep quiet. No, you keep quiet when you see that, oh, whatever happens at that moment, it's the mind. You can keep quiet only if you know what's what. Don't try to keep quiet. You will keep quiet at once when you see what's what. So that's it for you. So now let's go back to the market. Thank you very much. And